for us.
Nope. We just have 3 commissioners here tonight.
All right, 5 o'clock, go ahead and call the workshop to order. Val, you want to call the roll?
Commissioner Snow?
Here.
Commissioner Curry? Commissioner Delanoy?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson? Mayor Penny?
Here. All right, turn it over to Joe and then over to Brian, I guess.
Yeah, well, tonight's the second workshop that what happened this year. Last meeting, we talked about
Project
thank you. Our capital project improvements. And tonight, we're talking about the development projects that the private sector is doing in our city. And Brian and Becky have put this, and Josh was involved, put this together. And these are the projects that we know about kind of for sure. Now, there's other projects out there that are a lot of maybes, and if you have questions about them, we'll tell you what we know. But I didn't want to tell you kind of the pie in the sky things that people have been telling us until it becomes more of a reality when they either submit plans or they go through their due diligence. So this is kind of a summary of what's happening that we're pretty sure are going to move forward. So I'll let Brian go ahead and kick it off. I don't know who else is going to speak about it, but if you have questions, stop us along the way, and we'll try to update you.
All right. So, as Joe mentioned, this is going to cover more so those projects where we have something that's going on. Even if what's going on has been going on for a long time. So you'll find that there are some projects that we have permitted, but nothing has happened for 2 years. But Becky reached out and has contacted as many of these people as she could to get updates on where we stand. And for the most part, most people have said that it's still their idea and their intention to move forward with the project. So what I did is here I'm presenting just a cover sheet that lets you know of the horizontal projects. So these are not looking at anything vertical or building projects. It looks more at our site plans and only one zoning. Actually, we have a lot of zoning projects that have received entitlements but then went nowhere. So there's a lot more to this, but this is just giving you a nutshell of what's going on from a horizontal standpoint, and that there is some action, some activity going on. For zoning approval only, we have Anastasia Court, which we're going to go through briefly. Projects under construction, there are 6. Site plans under review, 7. Projects, site plan approved, but construction not actually started, there are 5 projects. And permitted site and building plans, but not construction, 5. Completed projects, 4. And then coming soon, a Dunkin' Donuts. I did, though, want to give you a snapshot of what happened during the year. And this is 2025, really from January 1st through December 31st of single-family homes. So we've issued COs on 4, and then in process, we have 7 homes that are in various stages of construction.
Are those new or remodels?
These are new.
You know, an important thing to understand about new construction on residential properties, a lot of the tax distribution that we get from the state is based on population. And even though our population tweaks up just a little bit, our revenues go down because other cities' growth is much higher. So our percentage goes down.
All right. So the one project that I mentioned had zoning approval only was Anastasia Court.
You want to click into the program?
Click slideshow up top, in the center up top, up more, over, right there. And then from current slide over on the left.
One more.
One more. Yep.
Yes, it's a space bar.
Thank you, Becky. All right. So I don't know, actually, I think at this point, the mayor was the only one who was here when we went through Anastasia Court. So 17 townhomes on basically 2 acres. And this project went through the rezone and land use amendment in 2023. So it's ready for them to submit the site plan. Becky, I think it was, reached out to the owner, Mr. Yehudi, back on the 9th of January, and he said that it is their intention to move forward with this project. This is a rendering of the townhomes that they submitted at the time that it went before the commission. So this is what we're waiting on. You may recall, Mayor, this is the project where we are actually entering into
A shared pond.
right? All right. This is the Mirage subdivision, phases 3 and 4. This project, when this project originally came in back probably in the early 2000 teens, it included Primo Court and Alabama. The houses, the townhomes on Alabama have been constructed and Primo Court is done. Then a new buyer came in and purchased what we see on the screen, and Primo Court and Alabama kind of formed their own HOA and broke off from the original project. So although they were part of Mirage in the beginning, they're not really part of Mirage anymore, and the projects have been independently platted. So
But they're still sharing the same stormwater, right? As the original project?
yes, they're still sharing the same stormwater, but that's about it. So the Mirage subdivision, this is 68 townhome lots. We did just record the final plat in November of 2025. The reason why you did not see that plat is because this was the first plat that was done under the new state preemption for plats, which said that city commissions cannot review plats. So we are actually now having to rewrite our code and come up with a way for you. I'm not comfortable with you not seeing projects of this size and being able to make decisions as far as what responsibilities is the city going to accept? What easements are you willing to accept and have maintenance for? Which really, that's part of the platting process. You get to see that. So we're working on some wording, and it will be coming before you as a commission to approve really a whole new process. But at this point, the site work is underway, and I did talk to the project manager, and she mentioned that they expect to be submitting permits to go vertical here within the next few weeks. The addressing has also been done, so at this point, we're just waiting for permits to go vertical.
Does that connect to Primo?
Yes, it does along here.
Yeah, so that's that little street that never got finished on Primo, little
Yeah,
side.
exactly,
They
yeah.
went right into it.
Yep.
I didn't realize they were doing that off of Alabama.
Yeah, that's
Well, here's Alabama.
Mhm.
Primo's to the left.
And then Primo, so
Yeah, Primo.
this road here
Yeah,
connects to Primo.
yeah.
The construction you see on Flemish.
So it gives them a two-way in and out.
Right. All right. The next one, everyone's familiar with Lake Bell. It's underway. That's all really I have to say about that. I'm excited to see this project come to fruition. It's our last project of this size, really, that with these many acres in the city. So when this is done, hopefully it's going to be everything that we're hoping it is. The vineyards, this was a project still underway. There were 134 lots, 23 buildings, and it is still, at this point, under development.
Is that Arby's picture on the left? All those sold signs? Is that,
These are all, yeah, I went out, I took this picture with Josh, and these are all these buildings are sold.
That's great.
12 of the 23 buildings are complete out there.
What are they going for, do you know? You know what they're selling for? Ed? Do you know what they're selling for? You have any
No.
idea? No? That's curious.
I looked a while ago and I want to say 200 and something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the twos.
Yeah.
All right. This is Ray Webb, 1540 Garden Avenue. Construction is almost complete on this building. It's 10,800 square feet. It's 8 units. We still have not done a final on it. It is in use. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Let's move on to the next one.
And that's commercial.
That's commercial,
Not resident, okay.
yes.
Oh, he's a handful.
He's got his challenges,
Yeah, he's,
but we've had some good discussions too.
yeah.
This is a Drury site development. You may be familiar with this property. It's basically the old cement factory, if you will, on 3rd Street. And they are, these pictures, the pictures that you see, these are recent. So these pictures, we went out and we took them just a couple of weeks before putting together this presentation. And this is where they were at the time. 5,500 square foot building and all of the site-related improvements. So they still need to do the landscaping, the drive aisles, the parking area. This property shares, it actually is split between Holly Hill and Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach is not going to allow them at this point to continue with cement work, so we are going to basically have them put up a landscape buffer between the two properties. But right now, it looks like it's all one property.
What do they do there? You know?
They crush cement.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
The crushing plant?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Drury's a site company.
Is that the same one that was off Flemish for a while? Weren't they over there?
No. Drury is a site development company, and they'll go out and they'll do parking lots. They do civil work before commercial development.
Yeah.
So they're a pretty big company.
Yeah.
But they're using this operation for when they're removing concrete from projects, that they'll bring it here, they crush it, and then they reuse.
Fox Point Apartments, I don't know if you've been out there. This was taken probably about 3 weeks ago. And we just finished the final on it. And we completed the review of the as-bills. So the as-bills have been accepted. Fred's group is good with what all the stormwater. We went out, Ricky, myself, and all went out and we completed all of the reviews as far as parking lot and striping and the dumpster areas, and it's a very nice building. So this is one side, and then it's kind of like an L. This is the other. Alabama Self-Storage. This was a special exception that came before you probably a couple of years ago now. 27,360 square feet of storage. The special exception was approved. A site plan has been submitted. It's under active review. There have been no building plans submitted. I just spoke to the owner, and he had been away for months in Dubai, and then he was in India, and then he was in England, and he thought basically that the project was under construction. And when he came back, I notified him that nothing had been submitted. So he's going to have a discussion with the engineer. The engineer is Newkirk Engineering.
This is the one that we required them to climate control, correct?
Yes. Actually, I say yes. I'm not sure because we have this one, we have the one on Mason, we had Devon that you were looking at, and then we have the one on Gulf.
I think it's the one on,
you're
I think it's the
talking
one
about
on Gulf. I think it's the one on Gulf, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Daytona rock climbing, I don't know what they're gonna do. They say that they're going to move forward with it. Our last communication with them was just this month.
Well, they hinted around about another modification,
Yeah.
and we told them no.
But they did say even if they didn't get that, they said they were still gonna move
Yeah.
forward. Yeah,
So, we'll see.
Even if they lose the money.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it happens. It'll be a nice project. Trademark Metals. I put this one in here just so that you're aware it's happening, 402 3rd Street. No one's going to see they're doing a storage building for their materials on the site. And really, no one's gonna see it here from the road, but it is a 1,440 square foot, warehouse building that's going in back here. Crash Champions, this is one of the site plans that's under review, 1410 Nova Road. They are putting in 18,598 square feet of auto body repair building and all of the related site improvements. And there are a lot of existing structures on the property that are all going to be demolished. Becky, did they talk to you about any grants for demo? Did they come to you?
They're not in the CRA, are they?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Is this a relocation of, are they located somewhere and relocating here? Or is this a new business, do you know?
I don't know if they have another location. The way that they're talking to us, it just sounds like this is a new
Yeah.
venture for them.
It's a major investment.
Yeah. Murphy, corner of LPGA and Ridgewood Avenue. This is what these are the people, they did talk to Becky about grants.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got
And they
approved.
got all the grants, they were approved for the grant. I don't know when they're gonna start.
They're still in their due diligence period, so they got $40,000 worth of grants because they're entitled to a demolition grant for each parcel that they own. So they got up to the $40,000 that they are eligible for, and they wanted to get that in place as they continue through their due diligence. But for the most part, they've submitted their plans.
The plans are under review. I think, Josh, are you through the second phase of comments?
Yes.
Yeah, so, really, things wrap up usually by the second phase, or at most by the third phase. So we're along the way. They've got the grants in place, hopefully they'll start demo soon. But it's a big site, but only 2,824 square feet of it is structure in terms of a convenience store. That doesn't include the canopies. They have 16 fueling stations, so. McDonald's, this is a demo and rebuild.
How old is that current building? It's less than 20 years old, isn't it?
No, it's got to be more than that.
They rehabbed it once.
Oh, was it rehab?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that-
in there.
At Second and Ridgewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it smaller footprint than current?
They're actually shifting the building and everything to the north so they can create two stacking drive-through lanes.
Same exact size is what they're now.
These are the two, but the building size is gonna be the same, to answer your question. So they'll come in here. They
I got
move the dumpsters were over here. They're gonna be moving the dumpsters here because as
I got it.
Joe stated, they're moving things over, but they have some parallel. These are parallel parking spaces, which right now, they're perpendicular, they're 90s.
They're raising it a foot, the building raised a foot.
Yep.
So this McDonald's, I don't know about today, but in years past, it was the busiest McDonald's in Volusia County.
Not surprised. It's always got a line.
And this is the pond that they're proposing. Now, the thing is that there's still, even with this pond, for some reason, they're still showing a lot of water discharging onto the road. I think, Fred, you talked to them
I
about
had
that.
quite a discussion with the engineer.
Okay, so there's that. The other thing that Josh is clarifying with them and getting in the comments is they have this phased. They have the project as a phased project. Well, they can't, we need to make sure that their intention is not to build this, get it open and operating, and then come back at a later date and think they're gonna do this. So we're making clear to them, it all has to happen at the same time.
Is there any retention there now at all?
Yes,
There
same
is?
location.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yes.
They did it. They made it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so they're upgrading it and all of that.
Can't tell you less.
It's a real interesting design, I'll tell you that. The existing and proposed.
This is one of those projects that never goes away, but it never goes anywhere. The project was approved for 4 buildings, 4 units back in 2005. The infrastructure has primarily been completed, and recently it was tested. So they went through, they looked at all the pipe, they cambered the pipes, and just made sure that everything that was, the infrastructure that was out there, they did boring of the road to make sure that everything was stable, and everything came back good. The owner lives in, what is that, Estonia. He lives in Estonia. He has an attorney here who handles any questions about the property. They said that they're trying to sell the property, but right now, this is the only thing that it's approved for.
This property is probably sold
It's been
5
sold
or 6 times.
Since the pipes were put in.
Yeah.
And this is next to that Ace Hardware.
No.
This
This
is
is
next
on
to the other
Third.
side of the railroad track by the Drew Reed.
The other one.
Yeah, it's closer
Okay.
to the cement factory,
Got it.
so. But this is the rendering of what's approved.
Guess it's the cost effectiveness, huh? Not enough units to pay for the street and all the infrastructure.
The street's
plus
there.
Townhouses, yeah.
Yeah. If somebody bought this, all of the infrastructure is in.
Yeah,
They just need to do the pads. I mean, the stub outs are there.
the road's still all right.
Yeah.
The road's still in good condition.
Yeah. Here's Gulf Avenue Stores. This is the one, Mayor, where we required.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, Brian, can you go back, where's the parking? Oh, I see. So where's the parking for those 2 front buildings?
It's the driveway.
Garages.
It's the
Oh, there's
garages.
I never seen
Yeah.
this. I see. Well, there's no driveway, really.
Yeah, visitors would just park on the street. Gulf Avenue, 68,400 square foot storage facility. Construction is not started. The site plan was approved. They've even paid for the site development permit. All they need to do is get their funding and start building.
Oh, these are, that many people storing stuff? I mean, there's just storage area.
I don't know at this point. At this point, I think we're,
I mean, there's,
Totally
I
saturated.
turn around, there's another storage building going up somewhere.
so the owner was last spoken to this month.
So
Said that
you
they're
can
wrapping up
store your
funding.
stuff and you can get stoned. That's all I know in Florida.
I don't know, such a waste of money.
Holly Hill Business Park, 1012 8th Street. This was a parcel that was annexed into the city a couple of years ago. Site plan has been approved for construction for an 8-unit commercial building and a 20-unit storage warehouse. The storage warehouse is primarily, they say, going to be used for the activities that are taking place within the commercial building. Site development has not started, no building permits have been issued, but the developer's consultant says that they intend on moving forward with the project. Hang Ten Car Wash, corner of Nova and Flomich, for 3,957 square foot car wash. The site development hasn't started, no building permits have been issued, but the project's consultant says that they are working on construction permits and will be starting earthwork in the spring of 2026.
I should add to my statement, you can also get your car washed.
Yeah. This was originally Blue Penguin. These plans originally came through as a Blue Penguin car wash. Then Blue Penguin sold it to Hang Ten. Hang Ten made some minor modifications here to the building. It's a PD, but things were minor enough that it was handled as a minor amendment. They just, when I say just, probably 2 months ago, the site plans were completed, and so now they are working through getting the design permits the construction permits to go vertical.
So that's not a self-serve car wash, right? That's not a drive, automatic car wash?
Yeah, so you come in here, you come around, you go through the building, come out, come around. These are all vacuums. And then leave through Sunset.
Yeah. That corner's, that's a good thing, I guess, because that corner's been a struggle for years.
Well, if you,
Successful.
the blue building that was here was demoed probably about a year ago. We finally happened to do that. This project, 1660 Ridgewood, the guy, he came in last Friday, I think it was, and he said that he is going to actually be closing down his warehouse operation. He does things associated with tobacco and hemp. But he said that the legislature in Washington just passed a law that is going to wipe out everything that he does. So he's going to be closing this, which means that this was something that he was required to do as part of the special exception to do this business. I told him we still, at the very least, even if he closes this down, we still want a nice apron to be done and to come in. So he's gonna do that. But he owns this back here, so he's gonna think about doing something else in addition to repurposing this building.
Yeah, I think no matter what he does moving forward, that apron's got to be part of
Yeah.
getting the CO.
Yep.
What's that next to?
It's next to the pawn shop up at Flemish. You're actually looking at it, north is up, so you're looking at it as if the bottom of the page is near Flemish, and the pawn shop would be down there at the bottom right corner. So it used to be Pump Casual Furniture, Tropical Casual Furniture.
Okay, yeah.
So this is in flux. He's going to be shutting this down, hopefully not for too long. Don't want to have another empty or non-functional building.
It's a big building.
Did they
Yeah.
finish the roof on that building? Didn't they have a tarp on that building for quite some time?
He came in and he got a permit and they redid the roof. Zen Living Apartments. These were approved back toward the fall of 2023 for 120 units. Site plan's been approved. Building plans are approved. They're ready for pickup, but they've been sitting here. We also have a minor amendment that was prepared, but has not been signed by the applicant. No site development has started, but the owner says that they intend on starting the project once things stabilize economically. When I spoke to him, he's worried about the tariffs. He doesn't feel economically things are predictable enough for him to move forward at this time.
So Brian, procedurally, when they drop off that plan packet, do we get a deposit from them? Because you guys have spent hundreds of hours on this thing. They don't pay for it till they pick up the permit, but do we get a deposit? Like a good faith?
For the vertical,
Yeah, because I mean, you've all this
Yeah.
reviewed. I don't know
Yeah.
how many hours you guys have spent on it, but do we
No,
get anything
because-
until they pick it up?
we don't, because until we review it, we don't know what to charge. A lot of things are dependent on how many fixtures you have, how many bedroom, how much square
Right.
foot. There's a lot of things in the plans that we won't know what to charge until we've thoroughly reviewed them.
How much is
Everything
the
from-
permit on this? How much is $100,000?
I don't think it's that, but if you include the impact fees, then you're at probably close to 300,000, once you include those. But I don't know what it is independent
Yeah. No, I just-
of those. But yeah, but we charge based on, a certain amount goes in for amperage. When we go through the electrical, that comes up with the charge. Plumbing, that comes up with the charge. Fixtures, all of those are determined. We don't know any of that until, now, it would be probably a good idea to get a deposit. But, it's not gonna be something that we can determine even what percentage. I can't say it's gonna be 10%, because I don't know
Not a bad
what
idea
the
to get
permit's gonna be.
I'm just thinking,
Non-refundable.
single family house, okay, you got 45 minutes looking at this thing, but it's gotta be days.
No, a submitting fee of some sort.
Yeah,
Do a
non-refundable
non-
deposit
Yeah.
to get it started, and then if you want to stop, you don't get your deposit back. But you're right, it takes a lot of staff time
Yeah.
That is-
to get it started. And of course, that deposit goes towards what the total.
It's a credit toward them, but
Yeah.
they don't have any skin in it. I mean, they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting these plans done, I get it, but
Oh, yeah.
they have no skin in the game with us, and they have no incentive to pick these plans up, because as soon as they pick them up, they gotta pay, and then their time frame starts for the length of their permit, so they could sit there for 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't know, just,
No, it's a good
It's a
point.
waste of time.
And I think that when we maybe do, I think sometimes when we do the mid-year adjustment, I think, and I'm not sure what I think, Michelle, gives us the ability to update the fees at that time. Are we,
Yes, we're going to try to bring it to commission in March.
okay, so I'll be getting to you, with you for a fee to add to that. So, all right. Space Shop Self-Storage at 134 Mason. Plans and the building permits were issued last month. 99,786 square feet for a 3-story building. The existing Amico station, which is kind of down here, is going to be demolished. They said that groundbreaking is expected in February 2026.
Excellent.
1 year to
Nice
complete.
building.
Mhm.
It's better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be different.
No, it's good.
Yeah. instead
And
of-
then I know Becky sent them a grant application, so we're moving along. This is just a warehouse, 1,300 square foot warehouse on Sunset. It's an industrial area, industrially zoned property. Building permit and site plan were approved, but site work hasn't started, but it's been a long, long process with this guy, and we finally are at the end of the road.
We do have a challenge in the city. We have 2 sunsets in the city, and we really should probably work to get one of those addresses changed.
What is a sunset?
Name of a road.
The end of the
The
road?
name of the
Oh, the
road.
name of the road.
So we have 2 roads named Sunset,
Okay.
and that could be a problem for emergency
we
services.
just make one sunrise.
There's one on
The old song,
Third
Sunrise.
just off the road.
I think that is the end of your opportunity to do anything.
This is a building, a new building on Second Street for 2,750 square feet. It's going to be a collision center. The building is going to go here. And the site's already in use. All of this is already in use. It's a very active site. This is State Street. But this, they're going to be paving, they're going to be creating some parking spaces, they're doing landscaping along here. But the actual site work has not started, but everything has been approved, just recently. This is not going to happen. Cobb Coal came in and talked to us, and they feel that the market is really saturated for self-storage. So they are talking to us about doing something else. They met with us back on the 12th. We had a good meeting, but there's a lot that still needs to happen. The property's gonna have to be rezoned, which also could change the comprehensive plan, because we did a specific text amendment for the comprehensive plan in order to facilitate this. So all I can basically say at this point, they're not gonna do this, they wanna do something else. They're talking about doing what you might consider a glorified man cave.
Individual storage units decorated as a man cave, so in other words, it may have a mezzanine, it might have, you can store your motorcycles, you could have pool
Nice,
tables, they
expensive
have kind of
cars.
a common area that might have I don't want to say a bar, but a
TV and a
refreshment area.
refrigerator and a keg.
Yeah.
Kegerator.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon. There's one similar to that, I think, on International?
Yeah, it's a high-end one, Hyde Park. out there.
Yeah, so
What are they, like individual units?
They're
these
storage
are
units that
high-end storage units for people to store their high-end.
rich guys have their motorhomes and their toys and their boats all in there.
Their $200,000 cars, a Lamborghini might be in there.
And
that
this
kind of
this
thing.
is a good location because it's off of Nova Road, it's not on Nova Road, and it's kind of tucked back where you end up having these high-dollar content stored in this building, and people don't really know that it's back there.
So all that to say, this is not going to happen. Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey, Brian, it's not
It's just
donuts
Dunkin'
anymore.
for crying out
It's
loud.
not donuts anymore.
Oh, it's not?
It's just Dunkin'. They
It's
changed the
We
name.
can tell you don't go there.
No, I don't actually. I go to Starbucks.
If you go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's an old one.
You're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys, yeah. I think everybody's kind of up to date on what's going on
Yeah.
with that. Becky, you got anything you want to add?
No, they still have the same plans to, hopefully they get the site plans to us next month like they intend, but yeah,
Oh, they said they're going to get that in next month?
next month, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Wonderful. We were just talking to these folks today, the Daytona Area Realtors Association, and this was the old look. And again, I didn't put a lot, we have a lot of renovations and things that I could have put in here, but this is just one of the ones along Ridgewood that is really noticeable, and they've really made it more like a more modern building. This is what it looks like now. And in talking with them, the interior has been upgraded, and they said they brought it forward 50 years. So we have the ribbon cutting coming up on this, so we'll get a chance.
And the
Thursday.
Realtors Association is still there.
Yeah, it's going to be Thursday at 4 o'clock, and they're changing the name from Daytona Area Realtors Association to the Daytona
Realtors Association.
Realtors. They're going to shorten the name just a
Realtors
little bit.
look.
Okay, I won't.
Located in Holly Hill.
I know.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Holly Hill.
They never put on.
That's it, Becky. Start telling me
on
they're not getting
Holly-
grant money unless.
On their website, it doesn't say Holly Hill, it says Daytona.
Of course.
Yeah,
Don't give
we
us
don't like
zero.
that at all.
I know.
Yeah.
We have that new business, we have Majestic Tours and Transportation. They're fantastic, a lovely business, all about community, but all their promotions are Daytona, Daytona, Daytona.
No grants, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Devon. That was CO'd in 2025, so that's why You know, that's why it's in here. Jeff's Restoration, he just completed his building, 1750 Nova Road. This is a 4,000 square foot building. Storage is going to be used for the existing auto body repair business that's next door.
Okay.
He has not received a CO at this point, but he's making good progress, and now he is working with a landscape company to get the trees and all that are going to be going in along here. So it'll look nice once all the trees are in. And then last but not least, Parquet Business Park. This was 5 13,000 square foot buildings for a total of 6,000 square feet of office and light industrial. Final plans were approved in 2022. And the last building, I didn't have an update, but this building is in. This building is in. I think Aerosapien has, I know they have these two buildings. They may have this one as well. And these buildings are all occupied.
Now, is there room for one more up on
There's-
Cal Grande?
There's no plan for the one on the corner, but there's a big pad
Yeah,
there.
there's a big pad, but I've gotten nothing. No inquiries about it or interest in it. So right now, these 5 are done.
Yeah, great use of that property.
So that's where we stand just on the horizontal. Again, I didn't do one for all of the vertical that we've done and the renovations that have been done. And I stayed away from code enforcement because that would be, they've done a tremendous amount of work in that as well, but.
Do you have any questions about anything we didn't cover or something that?
I have a couple of questions. And John brought up a good point about deposits. Can we also add in, limit the time when we grant a special exemption or a building permit? Can we say we'll make it permanent when you're finished?
Well, so the code already addresses as far as special exceptions.
Right.
They have to begin to serve the purpose for which they were granted within a year.
Okay,
And if they don't, then it really becomes null and void.
excellent.
But that's just on
Okay.
special exceptions.
That's special exceptions.
Okay.
Now, as far as building plans, let's say the horizontal,
Or
Right.
PD.
those don't expire. And as Joe mentioned, PDs don't expire
Okay,
either. We can get something in the code. A lot of cities have that a PD expires 7 years. The reason why we don't do that is because, the reason why I don't do that is because oftentimes what accompanies a PD are comp plan amendments as well.
okay,
Those are state actions.
right,
So just because the PD expires, let's say it expires and it reverts back to residential, but we put a commercial land use on it. I can't create an incompatible land use. So
Right.
that's why I haven't really addressed that. And
okay,
as far as vertical construction is concerned, once we issue a permit, if you've done nothing on it, the permit expires in 6 months.
okay, all right.
Once you pick it up,
I
it
didn't
can sit on your
understand
desk
that.
forever, though.
Right.
And that's where a deposit would come in.
We don't go by that. If it sits there, once 6 months goes by, they have to, we have the right to make them upgraded. Because, the reason why is because just exactly what we're going through now. The Florida Building Code is all
Right.
being updated.
Right.
So we could do that with Zen Living. But we try not to do that, you know, we don't have
Squish them
to.
too hard. Or a lot of these things are razor thin to get off the ground.
Exactly,
Push them too
exactly.
hard, they're not gonna come out of the ground.
Right, so we want to do everything we can to make it happen. So if nothing has changed, even if, let's say it's been a year and a half, but nothing has changed, I usually will ask Ricky Lee to
Yeah.
sign an extension, and he'll grant an extension. But once they're approved, and we call them and say, they're approved, if they sit here at that point for 6 months, it expires.
Okay,
On approval.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then the other question I have is a list, if we could at some future time, of the demolitions that we're waiting to do.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Right.
You know, the two-story residential home in the 1500 block of Senna Avenue, you got an email that came
That
down.
looks good.
Right.
That lot
Yeah.
looks really good.
There's a code enforcement issue.
Yeah.
We have the corner of Ridgewood and LPGA, that's a demo project that's
Okay.
coming down. We have Fort William Drive is a house that burned about a
Process.
year ago. We're going through the process to have that taken down.
Okay.
I don't
And
think there's any other.
the buildings near me that I asked you about.
Happy Time, Happy Time Hotel, we met with that guy again just a couple weeks ago.
About 3 weeks
Right.
ago.
You know, and
Not the Happy Time, the other one.
No, the one a little bit down from Third, not at Fourth.
Happy Time.
That one, is that what it is?
Where you walk by, where you walk your dog?
I did,
When you walk
yeah.
past, yeah,
Yeah.
happy time.
Okay, happy to.
The Happy Time was on the corner,
Corner of what?
4th Street. Right across the street from the church. What's the name of that motel? Vargas Church,
Talking about the cottages?
On the west side?
on the east side.
On the east side, it's south of Vargas Church.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's Happy Time.
Oh. Well, I'm thinking of the one that has all the brown buildings that are, half of them are torn down.
That's
Yes,
Happy Time.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We are talking about the same property.
Okay, so what's going on with that?
They came in again and he had more ideas of what they were gonna do. He met with, our entire team was together and spoke with him, and we're just waiting for him to do something, but,
I mean, it is such a hazard. There's kids in there every day when they walk by.
So do we have a code enforcement case on that
There's
now?
no silk
Yes.
fence up there. It's just awful.
And they've been to special master
Yes.
and are accumulating fines?
Yes.
So they, he wanted to change it from, he
He
wanted
wants
to make
to-
them bigger units.
Yeah, he wants to do basically townhomes.
Great, just demolish it
That-
right now.
That's the problem. He
That's-
doesn't want to
that's the
demolish, he
problem.
wants to add on to what's there.
Bullshit.
Townhomes.
Yeah,
what I
you
said.
can't add on to that.
I didn't know you
Don't hold back.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, at least we're not in a public meeting, but that's bullshit.
You are, it's
You're
getting
not-
recorded.
You're not gonna add on to any of that.
C'est le bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't know what that means, but
That's the French.
just hang on a minute, I'm gonna go into Yiddish, and then you're in trouble. No, I mean, that's just awful. And I just believe that if he wants to do whatever he wants to do, it will not be taking those buildings and do anything.
You know, I've talked to him several times about trying to tear the building down, all the buildings down and start over.
Right.
And he has a bit of a good point from a construction point of view, and Fred and Joseph Bryan will probably agree, is that property is on a hill. You may not realize it, but it does go up a hill.
That's
And in order
definitely
for them
right.
to then build on it, they have to then grade it and level it. And it's not an engineering nightmare, it's doable, but it's very, very expensive. And you're either gonna lower it to the point where the road floods, or you're gonna raise it to the point where people are gonna complain that you've just raised this property 3 feet in order to get it level, so.
Okay, so how about he board every window that the kids are
They are
crawling
boarded.
in and out of? No, they're
No,
not.
They
No.
They were
And then
boarded.
put up
at one
a
point.
real silk fence,
Well,
because
unfortunately, that is a real silk fence.
it is not.
But the problem he has there is where it's staked along the front, where you see it keeps coming down.
Right.
There's a concrete pad there, which is really not our problem. Figure out how to mount it.
Then move it a
Can't
few
put
feet
stake.
into the dirt.
Yeah.
It's
We
just
did
awful.
talk to him about moving
Yeah.
it back.
Yep, we did. We told him to move it back. He said, you don't have to be
Yeah.
right.
Where there's
Yeah.
dirt, first
Told him to move
where
it back
there's
to
dirt.
dirt.
I
stick it in the
just think
ground.
at this point, we've heard a lot from this.
Well, it's still going
person.
through, we were
Yeah.
going through a
Yeah.
condemnation process. Weren't we on that?
Is that
Or no?
No.
No, not that one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you know, you drive through Holly Hill and that's kind of the first thing you see.
It's one of the
Yeah.
worst looking projects.
It is, it is.
It's our new worst, it's our new worst one.
Well,
So a lot of the
right.
worst ones we've had, we keep chipping it off, and when this one's gone, we'll find another worst one.
I'm sure,
So
yeah.
we keep knocking them down.
The last thing he said, he had a architect, was it Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Miami. He wanted to consult with him. And I even said to him, I said, you know, the last time you told us that you were gonna be bringing in plans, we didn't see you again. And it was something that was supposed to happen fairly soon. And hopefully we're not going down that same road. Our hands are, the most that we can do with this property is continue with the liens and then eventually do like we're doing with Tropical Gables and try to go to force the sale. The problem now is the sheriff's office is requiring that we give the social security number of the person, and we don't collect that information.
Can we force him to board those windows to keep people from
We
calling
can,
and?
we can code enforce him to do that.
Okay.
Um,
That would at
And if
least
he-
eliminate the biggest safety hazard there.
yeah,
Okay.
and, but, you know, if he doesn't, they keep pulling him off, and then it's kind of like a rat chase.
That tells you how many people are going in and out of those windows that they get pulled off that
Within
quickly.
50,000,
Yeah.
what's the liens on that property?
Probably about, I think he's probably maybe around 75.
I would tell him, if he, once he comes in compliance, the sooner he comes into compliance, probably the more likely the city commission would be to reduce those liens.
Great idea. Yeah, yeah. It's, I just see the kids in there every day. Yeah.
So I can give you
I mean, I'm just,
exact number of it, because I.
if there was 7,500 on it, it's never gonna amount to anything, but if he's got 75,000 on it, that's worth getting your attention and
Yeah,
doing something.
don't hold me, I'm spitballing
Yeah.
on that.
No, that's
because
fine.
You know, it's been a while since I talked to him about it, but I think we're around there.
Anything that shows progression. You're driving by, it's a construction site, not, it's an abandoned
Well, he was
property.
also supposed to put up a chain link construction fence around it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
That's
right.
supposed to be happening too, but you see what we see.
Yes, yes, I know.
The new building code that they're redoing, is that coming into effect pretty soon or what?
They do updates every year.
Yeah, I know
Sometimes
that.
they're minor updates, sometimes they're big, but
You know, they haven't given us any updates. We check every couple weeks to see if they have any answers as far as when they anticipate.
it's been bubbled like that.
I'm just curious how that works.
Yeah.
So I'm in with my permit, so I'm good, right? Unless it expires. If I don't see O on it, which I know I'm going to, but I'm just curious how that
Yours
works.
is different because you've started the work.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a past inspection?
Yes,
So Ricky came out and he passed it?
yeah, well,
So-
the first part of it,
All right, so you're fine. Yeah.
there's nothing, they
So what
can't,
happens is you have some
change.
form of an inspection, it has to be a past inspection.
yeah,
And then it resets the clock and you get 6 months
so
again.
nothing can change. Any new
No,
building?
you're.
We're good.
Okay, that's the way it's
Go ahead and
been,
adjourn
so I
this
didn't know if it
workshop
ever
and
changed like that.
Run next door.
Run next door.
Wash your
thank you.
hands and run next door.